Who would have ever thought that the legendary Rocky Balboa could hold a grudge? Sylvester Stallone, the action movie icon, the man who embodied determination with Rocky and survival with Rambo, has always appeared as a tough but down-to-earth guy. One of those who might punch your face on screen, but then shake your hand with a smile off camera. Yet, behind that muscular armor and that always measured public image hides a proud, touchy man capable of holding grudges for decades. In the glossy world of Hollywood, not everyone gets along, and Stallone was no exception. With some colleagues, the relationship became so tense and conflictual that it turned into outright personal wars. Today, I'll tell you about the three actors with whom Stallone had the fiercest clashes. It sounds like a movie plot, but it's all real. Let's start with Richard Gere. It was the 70s, both young rising stars in the film industry, when they met on the set of Lords of Flatbush. At first, it seemed like a golden opportunity for both, but just a few days of shooting were enough to ignite the fuse. Gere had a cold, distant, almost arrogant attitude, and this immediately infuriated Stallone. According to him, Gere acted like a star before he was one, mistreating the crew and showing zero team spirit. But the incident that made the situation explode was as ridiculous as it was telling. During a lunch break, Gere allegedly spilled mustard on Stallone's pants, whether by accident or spite. Who knows? Stallone didn't take it lightly at all and elbowed him in the head, throwing him out of the car where they were filming a scene. The tension was so high that the director had to choose one or the other. In the end, he let both go. It seemed like a childish quarrel, something that would fade over time, but no. Years later, at an Elton John party, they met again, and sparks flew once more. Gere was talking to Lady Diana, and apparently Stallone couldn't stand Gere having all her attention. He felt overshadowed, and it almost came to blows. They had to be separated to prevent things from getting worse. From that day on, Stallone never spoke to Gere again, and never hid his annoyance when Gere's name came up. For him, that door is locked tight. Another rivalry that made a lot of noise was with Bruce Willis. Everything exploded in 2013 during the preparations for The Expendables 3, a saga created by Stallone himself to bring together action movie legends in one film series. A dream for every fan of the genre. Stallone desperately wanted Willis in the cast, but the deal fell through over money. Bruce Willis asked for $4 million for just 4 days of work, $1 million per day. A request Stallone considered not only excessive, but downright insulting. For Stallone, action movies were more than business. They were a brotherhood, a world where loyalty, respect, and friendship mattered, and Willis's outrageous demand was seen as a betrayal. The reaction was immediate, a scathing social media post, no names mentioned, but with a very clear message: greedy and lazy, a sure recipe for career failure. You don't need to be Sherlock Holmes to understand who that was about. Stallone didn't waste time and replaced him with Harrison Ford, without regrets or beating around the bush. Since then, the Cold War has been on between them. No public appearances together, no attempts at reconciliation. Even when Willis's health declined and he stepped away from the spotlight, Stallone maintained his stance. Not out of cruelty, but consistency. For him, those who put money before loyalty have no place in his circle. Period. And then there's Eddie Murphy. This one is even more delicate because it involves personal life. It was the late 80s. Stallone and Murphy were two superstars at the height of fame. They respected and admired each other, even socialized. But everything changed during the filming of Beverly Hills Cop 2, which also starred Brigitte Nielsen, who was Stallone's wife at the time. Rumors started circulating about a fling between Murphy and Nielsen. Nothing certain, just set gossip. But Stallone, already struggling in his marriage, didn't take it well at all. He decided to confront Murphy directly with a memorable phone call. "Did you sleep with my wife?" he asked bluntly. Murphy, caught off guard, replied, "Brother, calm down. I didn't do anything with your wife." Murphy has always denied everything. In fact, he even said in an interview that Nielsen wasn't his type, and he would never have done such a thing, out of respect for his friendship with Stallone. But apparently, the doubt was enough. The bond between them broke permanently. Never seen together again, never involved in the same project. Once Stallone lost trust, he never regained it. And in this case, besides friendship, Stallone's already fragile marriage was also at stake. 3 different stories, but a common thread: the pride and wounded sense of loyalty of a man who, in life as in movies, does not forgive easily. Stallone is not just a character, he is a living legend with unshakable principles. You can be the biggest Hollywood star, but if you disrespect or betray him, you will find yourself outside his world. And coming back into that world is far from easy. Tell me in the comments what you think of Sylvester Stallone, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos.